We are back, Mr. and Miss Face. Mrs. Face. Say hi.
Hello.
We are doing Daniel Tosh's Eggplant off People Pleaser. This was the next highest requested video. So make sure you comment below and let us know the next one we should do. And hit that thumbs up on the comments you agree. That's what's really going to get us to react to it. All right, let's go right to it.
Life is about perspective. I see a handicapped person, I don't feel sorry for him. I'm like, hey, it's like being employee of the month for the rest of your life. That's half full. A pretty sweet parking spot, how'd you get it? He's like, bullet in the spine. I'm like, worth it, low five, roll it in. You don't go high five unless you have a hill and a ramp, then get a camera. That's gonna be pretty exciting to watch. You can laugh at this joke, handicapped people like it. And if they don't like it, turn their chair around. I don't give a shit. Stare at you, depressing us. You don't hear a lot about the charity work I do, and it's because I don't do any. You know what's better than tax write-offs? Keeping your money. That's just a fun joke to tell rich people. It's not true. I work with Make-A-Wish all the time. That's an incredible experience. For me, not the kids that are dying. Yeah, they chose to hang out with me. They knew what kind of jokes I told. They were okay with it. I don't pander on stage, and I certainly don't pander off stage. And I'm telling you, honestly, these dying kids have the best sense of humor on this planet. Their parents, not so much. But I don't care. As soon as I meet them, I start giving it to them. Like, you sure you're dying? You know this is my weekend, right? And they're like, I'm dying. I'm like, all right, let's go. Don't cough on me, motherfucker. They want to be teased.
I really like Tosh, but boy, does he got some dark humor. That's why I like him, actually. It's sometimes, it's like, so dark it makes you laugh out of almost nervousness.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Yeah,
is something wrong with me that I'm laughing at that too?
Something's like where it's almost creates such an awkward moment that it makes you laugh, as like that's almost like a reflex that I have. But I don't know. I think Tosh is hilarious to me. Some people ain't gonna like him. That's.
They want to be teased like anybody else. They can handle it. Trust me, they've handled a lot worse. This kid I was hanging out with last year a bunch was 17. I'm like, this is awesome that you're dying now. You got this in right under the wire. If you don't know, the organization is 18 and under. So if you're dying of cancer at 19, they're like, hope your dreams are cheap. If you're laughing right now, it's because you're a good person. And you realize how absurd that statement is. To think that they draw a hard line, but it's funny to think they might be holding their doors shut. Like, you can't get in, kid, you're too old. And they don't even have to hold tight because the kids are so weak. Because the disease is winning. Don't feel bad for this kid. The first thing he said when he met me was, he told me I was his third choice. And to this day, I don't know if he was fucking kidding or not. That's not cool. I'm healthy. I'm gonna live a long time. I don't need that noodling around up there. And if it makes you feel any better at laughing at these jokes, know that he is cured and healthy now. He's not, he's dead. But if some people need that, let them have it, right? Oh, he's okay? Oh, good. You know me, I can't accept life. That's a perfect gauge for if we would ever hang out in a social setting. Know that if you've ever said any form of this statement, we would not. There's nothing funny about blank. Any form of that, know that I hate you to your core. Because I, along with some of you, respectfully disagree. You can accept that things are tragic and awful and still have a sense of humor about them. It doesn't make you a bad person, despite what some blog may say. Oh, there's nothing funny about AIDS. There's nothing funny about... yes, there is. If you write a good joke, there's funny things about it. And some of you may be aware, I took a ton of bad press for...
Do you think that there is, when it comes to, excuse me, comedy, do you think anything's off limits?
No.
I did not expect that answer. I'm not gonna lie to you, but hey, actually, you know what? Actually, I did, because that is the kind of person you are. I like that. That's how I am.
If you don't have a good sense of humor, then don't watch comedy, because there's always gonna be someone that does something that's gonna,
I always
push that button.
Yeah, I always look at it the same way, because I feel like comedy and rap have a lot in common.
Yeah, it's their profession. They have to write.
Yeah, you write your material, you get on stage with a microphone. It's about performance. It's about charisma. It's not just about what you say. It's about how you say it. It's, to me, they tour. It's the same thing. And so I would be upset if someone tried to tell me that there is limits to what you can talk about in hip hop. I would be absolutely against that. Now, I will say, when you're playing with certain topics and stuff, you better be funny. Because I'm also one of those people who, I'm not going to dictate what offends other people. I'm only speaking for myself. Yeah. If you get in a crowd of people and tell a joke and they don't want to hear the joke, you got to prepare for the consequences of your actions. Like, that's what I always say.
Yeah, so. And the crowd matters too. Just like rap battle events, when the crowd is just like dead silence, it's like, oh, you messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Real bad.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like what you were saying earlier, similar.
Excuse me, my head hurts. But actually, what's funny to me is in comedy, sometimes when the crowd is, the thing that's different with hip hop is, sometimes when the crowd is against you, it's actually funnier. So low key, sometimes seldom is it in a hip hop show when you see someone and they're dying, is it like comfortable to watch? Sometimes it's hilarious, but sometimes with a comedian, it's actually funnier to see them bombing. I don't know, maybe I'm just sick, but
making that statement verbatim, and then a woman screamed at me, "There is nothing funny about." And I've never defended myself publicly, despite misquotes, mainly because I'm rich. I'm like, fuck it. I make my living saying shocking things. There's consequences. I can accept that. And people wrote me horrible stuff. Like, hope your daughter gets one day and we'll see how funny you think it is. Well, first of all, she'd have to survive the abortion. Talk about 2 strikes against a kid, huh? Yeah. I appreciate your well wishes, kind soul. It's a joke, and it's my choice to have it. Yeah, this is where the feminists are usually torn, because we're on the same side on most issues. Abortion, over here you have a lifetime of stress and inevitable disappointment. And over here, you have freedom. Well, how much does freedom cost? A couple nights sleep and around $750. Seems extremely reasonable. If nobody is looking, I will take freedom. But they have fingernails at 14 days. Yeah, and I clip them.
oh my God. That's a double entendre.
I'm pretty sure Dyson makes an attachment. Guys, it's a great product that never loses suction due to the engineering. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm sponsored by Dyson. I get a couple $1,000 for the plug. They're like, is there any place in your act where you could fit in our product? I'm like, I've got the perfect home for it. Quick question, what's your company stance on fetuses? We fucking hate them. All right, let's move some units. I don't know what show you thought you bought tickets to, but I assure you this one's not getting softer.
That's another thing, like you said, you got to know the crowd. So if you go to a Daniel Tosh show, it's different if Daniel Tosh pops up and starts doing street comedy, or if you're going to a show, and it's a bunch of people, you don't know Tosh is there, or you get ticketed or papered. Remember in New York how we went to like that thing where they give you the whatever to go and get it. Other than that, if you're going to a headlining Daniel Tosh show, you got to know what you're getting.
And there was a heckler there, too.
See, I don't remember. I literally don't remember that. I barely remember that night. Like, I remember we had to get, like, a drink or something. Mm-hmm. It was a scam. But, yeah, you're a weirdo if you go to a Daniel Tosh show, and unless you get dragged there. I guess there's a bunch of different situations in which. But if you buy a ticket to go to a Daniel Tosh show, know what you're buying for. And that goes for all comedians, all hip-hop acts, all music acts, everything, all movies, whatever, everything. Yeah, that's just a parental advisory.
There's nothing funny about cancer. All right. If you haven't been affected in some way or another by cancer at this point of your life and haven't developed a sense of humor about it, you're the crazy person. I saw a campaign in Phoenix where it says, the first thing you should do if you find out you have cancer is get a second opinion. Oh, really? The first thing? I was going to cry for a bit, but all right. Let's make another doctor's appointment with somebody that probably can't see me for a few weeks. That has to be a fun time, just sitting around your house, praying to God your first doctor is an incompetent pile of shit. Then you finally see him and he's like, yeah, she was spot on. You should have been getting this treated. You have cancer. What if he says you don't have cancer? What is it, 2 out of 3? When can I get some sympathy strange? That's what I'm looking for. There's nothing funny about child molestation. All right, then don't hang out with me. Yeah, because if you tell me a funny joke about a priest diddling a boy, I'm not gonna be like, what is wrong with you? Don't you know how serious that issue is? I'm gonna laugh because I'm not 11 or Catholic. I don't give a fuck. I can separate between reality and jokes. Who in here at one point in their life hasn't laughed at a Michael Jackson pedophile joke? Let's see if you laugh at this one. Did you know last year, dead Michael Jackson made $180 million thanks to his new show in Vegas, which is amazing if you get a chance to see it. There's a hologram of Michael. It sings and dances the hit.
I know you're going to stop that because anytime we have people that come and visit.
Listen, I have seen, if you have a chance to see that Michael Jackson Vegas show, Michael Jackson 1, see it.
Don't go to the bootleg one. They try to...
Oh, yeah, there'd be bootleg ones that pop up, like ancillary ones every now and then, Party City looking Michael Jacksons. Don't go to that one. If you get a chance to go to that Michael Jackson 1, do that.
Hits, and for an extra $500 a pop, you can go backstage and watch him try to ghost fuck your kid. $500 a pop, you can go backstage and watch Michael. It sings and dances the hits, and for an extra $500 a pop, you can go backstage and watch him try to ghost fuck your kid. You're laughing at pedophilia. Look at that. Oh. And you can't even be offended by the joke because ghost fucking's not real. But I'm sure there's one dingbat in here. Yes, it is. I had a friend that was molested by a spirit. Hashtag ghost fucking is real. I'll laugh at the real thing from time to time. How about when Sandusky was asked point blank on national television if he's sexually attracted to boys? And he waited around 16 seconds to reply, and I quote, if you don't think I was at home pissing myself, like, whoa, did he just waffle on that softball question? Ask me if I'm sexually attracted to kids. I'm not. That's how long you should wait to answer that question. You don't mull it over for a bit. You certainly don't eyeball your lawyer. I wonder how he wants me to answer this one. You come out swinging in a hurry or you deserve to burn in hell. He said the only thing he's ever been guilty of is he liked to put his hand on boys' legs. I've heard enough. On that alone, you should be in jail forever. Okay. You want to hug your son longer than 3 seconds, you should be in jail forever. Yeah, my dad didn't hug me very much. He wasn't the best father, but he didn't fuck children, and I'll take it. I don't believe he has. That's my biggest fear in life, that I do that joke and people are cheering, and there's one guy in here, he fucked me. And I'm like, I am sorry. I am 99.8% positive he hasn't. He hasn't heard this joke yet. Now, my gut instinct is he's not gonna like it. But if he gets too upset, I'll be like, what are you hiding?
Oh, wow. That one went quicker than I thought.
I don't think...
That went quicker than I thought it was gonna go. What did you think about that?
That was funny.
Yeah,
That was really funny.
It didn't even have to have a video with it. The audio was good. Let us know the next video. Like I said, it's super important. No matter what you comment what you think we should react to next, and thumbs up vote it. If there's a video that has 100 thumbs up, if there's a comment, that's the one we doing. So, thank you guys. We out. We love ya.